It's Prono 6 LA's #1 for hip hop. I am Bryhana, and I'm here with a special guest, Roy Woods. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up?
I'm good. I'm here.
How are you feeling?
I feel great. I feel good. You know? Yeah.
You're having a good time?
I'm having a great time.
Yeah. Do you like coming to LA?
I mean, I've been coming to LA for like, 8 years? So it's like second home to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you were hating on your own home.
Oh my goodness.
A little bit before
Ain't no
the
hate.
cameras came
Just
on.
realism. Just realism.
So talk to me about where you're from in Canada, because I've never been there.
So I'm from a town called Brampton.
Okay.
It's not so small anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like a little melting pot. Well, Toronto's a melting pot in general.
Yeah.
But it's like a lot of Indians there growing up, you know.
Okay.
So the Indian culture is very heavy. But you got everything like the building I grew up in beside me was all Filipinos, you know.
Wow.
Like, yeah, like, and then you know you got black people, you got white people.
So it's very diverse.
Very diverse, but not gonna lie, white people were a little. I grew up a little bit of the minority.
Wow.
Yeah, like we only had 12 white kids in my middle school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what
different.
did you do like growing up? Like what did you do for fun?
Honestly, I was like a super like sports nerd, so all I
Okay.
did was play football every day and get my shoes dirty, and my mom
Yeah.
would like be like, I know I gotta clean your shoes every day, like can you please not, you know? So I was a wild kid just running around all the time. Getting to high school, start getting into trouble, start smoking weed, start partying,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, just the typical.
Were you the kid that liked to like be outside? Because I feel like kids
Yeah.
nowadays, you don't really see kids outside.
I know,
having
no,
fun.
I was always outside. I was a
Yeah.
problem, you know? I was always on lock because my mom didn't want me outside too much, you know?
Yeah.
So I was always
I
outside.
saw somewhere you started smoking, and she was
Yeah.
like, "I don't want you smoking outside. I want you to be inside."
Yeah. Because, you know, back then it was illegal.
Right.
So, you know, but at the end of the day, you couldn't stop kids. Kids are going to be kids, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, say, if you're going to do it here. So, you know, all
Right.
the mans would come to my crib and we're all just
Yeah.
making music, cheating down the place.
So when did that take place? Like when did you start doing music?
That was around, I was like 15, 16, started really taking it serious.
Okay.
And, yeah,
So you were
from
playing
there.
football, but then you were also doing music.
Yeah,
How
I
did
kind
that-
of stopped playing football grade 11. That's when I really started taking music serious because I had like 4 concussions, and I was just like, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna really make it from football to football like how I want to from here because
Right.
there's no opportunities. So I just said I'm gonna try to chase other opportunities, and it was around the same time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
How did your family feel about you doing music? Like what was that feedback like?
At first I remember I was just talking to my mom about it the other day.
She didn't like it?
Not one bit. She wanted me to go to like college and uni and stuff, like, cause
Yeah.
I wanted to do psychology and like culinary and stuff, right? So I was gonna go to school for that, but she's like, so she wanted me to do that. But I told her one day, I said, Mom, she was washing dishes, you know, Caribbean parents just
Yeah.
washing dishes. I said, Mom, I want to be a rapper. She said, what? You want to what?
Right.
What are doing drugs and you know, Caribbean here. So I was just like, yeah, I'll be fine, don't worry. So you know, she got me my first mic.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
did. She supported you.
No, I mean, you know, we had a rocky road.
It took a while.
Yeah, it took a while. You know, she didn't care for nothing I was making.
Really?
But she's like at least doing something.
Yeah.
You know, at least you're here.
So how long did that support take place?
It was rocky. Like she got me the mic, but you know, I didn't really feel the support until after I moved out and I started making something of myself. Right? And she said, "Oh, this is actually like possible. Like you're actually doing it, right?" And I was still sleeping on couches. So she would take the money that she saved for me for school and give that to me to live on while I was downtown making music and stuff. This is right before I got signed. Yeah, and she would come leave all the way from Brampton, come to downtown Toronto. It's a long commute, no car, just take the bus, take the train.
Yeah.
And she come and drop me groceries, she dropped me money, cook food, me and the guys, you know.
Yeah.
And that was my whole 2014.
Wow.
Right before I got signed. Yeah.
So what was that hustle and that grind like? Like how long did it take until you finally saw like some success in your career?
About 1.5 years, 2 years.
That's really not that long.
I know, but I was doing it literally every day. Like my whole life was that, right? So I mean, for me, at that moment, it did feel long, but in the grand scheme of things, it was really quick.
Do you feel like it's more difficult for people to succeed in Canada than it is
Of
America?
course, yeah, 2,000%. We have to do way more, you know. And like even when we do, there's still so much more barriers we got to break down. There's so much more things that we got to just prove to people over here to show them that we actually do this too, you know.
Yeah. What are the barriers that you would say that you had to break?
There's a lot of the I feel like a lot of the doubt of what Toronto does, like even just the the artists from our city, there's so much of them, but they don't, like, for instance, like the street guys, they don't really take the street guys serious, because the street culture here is so serious. But yo, come over there and try a thing. I swear to you, it's crazy. It really gets critical.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like everywhere else, you know. Like, so that's all. When I see a lot of the guys come over here, it's like they try to punk them, you know, but it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Because we really get down like that too. Like, come on, like, most of Toronto is Jamaican, Caribbean influence. You think they're just gonna take? You know what I'm saying? No, don't take it in the UK. What makes you think we're gonna take it here? You know? Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's real, you know. So yeah, that's one barrier. The fact that even so much of the producers, a lot of the art, a lot of the influence comes from Toronto, low key. Like a lot of these producers that produce for a lot of big artists, a lot of them are coming from Toronto too. You know. Yeah. Yeah, but what else was there? Even just with the labels, the way that's all set up, as you were saying, like, you know, I was saying earlier, it's not as big. It's harder for us to get out just because there's not as much infrastructure there. Like here, you come over here in America, or even just being here from America, there's so much, everything already here. Everything's built already. Right. The industry's already here. Canada is just setting it up, so we have to break that barrier too. Because there's if you get signed to Canadian, it's different than being signed to from a Canadian label to an American label. It's completely different. You know, you're not gonna get the same. So it's like a lot of artists still got to come over here. Pardon me?
You mean like the same resources?
Yeah, resources, okay. Exactly. Yeah, like, because everything's here. Yeah. Right? Canada, you can only do so much. It's not like the how the pop culture is, or the country genre is, right? They already have it all over there set up the way hip hop is set up here, right? So it's so different. You got to break so many barriers already just from being over there.
Do you feel like Canadians, like, do you guys support each other in your music space? Because I feel like, especially because there are a lot of artists here in America, it's just such a competitive
when we cross, we cross the border, we're like, hey.
Then you support?
More, that's what I've seen. That's honestly what I've seen. I've seen people who don't like each other back home. They're great friends here. Because we realize, because it's this stupid thing where you actually realize that we're actually all in this together. You know, you don't see yourself as opposition anymore to a certain degree. You're more like, okay, well, damn, we're both here. It's us against them really now. So it just breaks a lot of the stigmas and things back home. It's crazy.
How about in the social media space? I feel like it's helped a lot of artists. Do you feel like it has helped you in your career so far?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, you know, just that's how I even got signed, right? It was through Oliver hitting me in my DMs, right? So it's definitely, it's definitely helped me a lot, you know?
Yeah. Do you feel like the pressure with just society and social media, like, do you ever take, like, just time off from social? Like, does it get too much?
Well, I feel I'm not even into it like that, and you like for me to get my head wrapped around it like that.
Have you ever though?
A little bit. I did a little bit where I started letting the things on social media get in my head and playing with who I am. But it didn't last too long. It was like a year that I had that, and after that I was like, okay, I'm back to myself, you know. Yeah.
And I know you took a bit of a break, and you just kind of just wanted to just take some time for yourself. I recently did that, even for my birthday. I just took a week off, and I went back home because you need that reset. So what did that reset look like for you? And like, what did you do?
I did a lot I wasn't supposed to do.
That's okay.
I was just partying, you know, doing drugs, just messing up, making mistakes. That's what I was doing. Because I was so, like, I was just depressed. I just didn't care. So I was saying, you know, I'm going to quit. F it. I'm just going to figure out something else to do. I was trying to do everything but make music. Right? So until my manager, Banks, brought me back. He wasn't even my manager then, right? Until he brought me, he was like, yo, you got to get back in the stew. So, and we had like a real talk, you know? So I got back into it. I started cooking again. Moved here. I actually moved here to LA right before COVID, and then COVID happened.
And so you got stuck here?
No, I moved back home. Healthcare free, baby.
I know.
I was not playing with it because I'm like, it's a pandemic. You mentioned pandemic to me. I'm like, okay, I don't know what that is. I'm going home. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that created a longer hiatus for me, right? Not just me taking my own break for a year, but then now COVID. That was 2 years. Then I try to drop my album again. Then I got to push it back. Me and the label was just going through it. So that was another year. It was just like so many years.
So what were you doing during the pandemic? Like, you don't, like, what was that? What did that look like for you?
I was gardening, and I was streaming a lot.
Gardening and streaming.
Yeah, I was streaming and gardening.
Or?
Yeah. No, it was a different platform. I can't remember right now. But yeah, it was
gardening. What made you? Why is your manager shaking his head?
I honestly can't remember right now.
So what were you growing? Why gardening? Like.
Because I was trying to do everything but make music. I was just like,
that's so random,
can't make music now, so I'm just gonna garden, I guess. But it was something that I don't know. It just took up a lot of my time. That I loved it. It made me feel good. I wake up in the morning. I'm not a morning person. That was the only reason I loved the morning. Waking up 7:00 to check my garden. Like
that's so cute,
roll up,
that's
chill, play some music. That was my thing. I hate that I can't do it now.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's the only way I'm making it in the morning.
Like vegetables or flowers.
Everything. Yeah. No. So it was all vegetables. I was growing squash. I was growing cucumbers. I was growing zucchini. I was growing mad stuff.
Your manager's shaking his head.
It's just like this guy, man.
Well, that's dope though. That you decided to garden. Was there anything in particular that inspired you to do that, or?
Really cooking. It was more. I just wanted to eat from home. So I was like, I'm just getting on my own. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing it. I don't know. I just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
It was just the best. Just eating from my own garden. I didn't even realize how many things I can regrow so fast that I use so much, like lettuce, green onions, like my own onions, garlics. You can regrow it so quickly.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow. I wouldn't have known if I really got into that. So now, I be chefing it up.
So you cook?
Yeah, I be cooking.
Okay.
Yeah, I be cooking. He be cooking too.
Really?
He's not in his over there, but he be throwing it down.
Have you thought about doing like a cooking show or anything?
Oh yeah, I got my little recipes. I'm ready for the world to see. I got some crazy recipes.
What's your favorite dish that you know how to make? Why are you looking at your manager? What does he know how to make? Can he make something good, or is he just talking?
I'll tell you this. One day, you know what roti is?
No. What is roti?
Roti is like, I guess it started originally like with Indian food, but
okay.
It's like a thing made of dough, like a flat bread.
A flat bread.
Put meat in it and stuff like that.
Okay.
But
that's what he can make, or that's what you can make?
No, one day I went to his house and he said he was making roti, and when it came out, it was like a pita bread, like a pita bread, and I was like,
okay.
The next day I came back, he actually had like real roti, and that's like a skill, because usually the only people who can make that are really old ladies, you know what I mean? It's like a talent brought over from like some other country,
Yeah, the might have not picked it up, but basically roti is your go-to dish.
Yeah, not go-to, but I know how to make that.
You know how to make it really good, and
it's very hard to make. Yeah. A lot of the elderly women, like the aunties, the grandmas, they be making it, and like, what we do is bust up shot. So that's what we call it.
Yeah.
Where you bust it up, you clap it up after you're done, and it all looks all like wrinkled up, but it's beautiful like that.
Wow.
And then when you dip it in whatever sauce or everything, it's just, I don't know, it's a nice little crunch, but nice soft texture too. It's just lovely.
So earlier you said your mom wanted you to go to school. Did you say culinary arts?
Yes, culinary.
So you wanted to be a chef?
Yeah, I wanted to be a chef.
Okay.
Yeah, I took a cooking class in high school, so I was already like dibbling and dabbling a little bit. And then the other thing I also did like was psychology as well. So that was also something I wanted to do besides culinary. I didn't want to do just culinary.
Wow, so you're pretty talented.
Yeah,
you do it all, a little bit of everything.
That's what we do here.
Dabble.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. A lot of hats.
That's what's up. Okay. Well, let's talk about this album.
Let's get to it. Mixed emotions.
How do you feel about Mixed Emotions? Like, after this is your baby, this is your project. Yeah. So what do you feel about it?
I feel great about it.
Yeah.
I love the feedback that I'm getting from the fans, because it's exactly what I was hoping for them to feel. I was hoping for that reaction from them, where they really just feel the music. They feel me. They understand what I'm doing with this album. I'm showing you I'm taking a lot of my old self, a lot of my new self, I'm meshing it together, right? And I'm letting you know this is who I am, and they're accepting it. Yeah. And that's all I really wanted, So I felt like for a little bit, they didn't really understand who I was. They were they're kind of lost and trying to figure out, like, okay, yeah, like you gave us excess, you gave us drama, you gave us, waking at dawn. What about you now? You gave us Say Less. What about now? We don't really know now who you are, right? So I feel like this was really just me showing them exactly who I am, and now like that they've seen it, they love it. I feel like they feel like I never really left, like, So yeah, it feels good. Special. Yeah.
I saw somebody tweet that you are the Prince of R&B. How do you feel about that title?
I didn't say it, they did.
But would you say that you're the prince, or would you say you're the king?
Oh, I would definitely say the Prince for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the Prince. I'll
Okay.
take the Prince of R&B right now.
You know,
Right
there's right now. They have this conversation about, you know, where music is right now. I know I did an interview with Bow Wow, and he said the hip hop space just ain't it right now. How do you feel about the R&B space right now?
It's an interesting space because I feel like we're going back a little bit to our roots. I just want to see it more. I want to see more collabs. I want to see us really just tap in with each other. We're not too cool to collab with each other.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like we really just need to shut it down, bro. Like, come together. Let's take it over. OGs, YGs, let's go. Like, what are we doing right now? You know?
I love that.
Yeah.
I saw, you know, Coi Leray, she's on the album.
Big up Koi, you done, no?
Yeah. Why Koi? Is she the only female that you have?
No,
featured?
I got Jada Kingdom from Jamaica as well.
Yes.
Big up Jada Kingdom, you done, no?
I love that. So why Koi and then why Jada?
For the song Hate Me, I put Koi on there because, well, it was just, I feel like, so relatable for her too.
Yeah.
Especially at the time I sent her the song. It was just perfect. She was already going through so much hate, so much in the industry. So when I sent it to her, she literally did exactly what needed to be done on that record. Yeah. So that's why we got her on that one. Jada Kingdom, I did a vibe where I felt like I did something so different, so unique, but we needed someone else to kind of give it their own touch. And getting a Caribbean artist was one of the things I've always wanted to do, especially a female too. So you know, I just hit her both. I hit up Koi, I hit up Jada, and it was just easy. They just hit me back like, yeah, let's get this, you know. It was great. It was great.
Was there anybody on the album that you wanted that didn't make the cut?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Yeah,
no, I wouldn't say so. I mean, obviously you want the boy on there, you know, but
who's the boy?
You know the boy. You playing around. Yeah. You know, of course we want Drizzy on there, you know. Yeah. But I'm not tripping over that. We're gonna get more music in, and he already loved all the music anyways, right? So yeah, we're obviously gonna get something in the future soon. But yeah, I'm happy about even just adding Vori on the album. I didn't have Vori on the album until like the final weeks before me handing it in. So I'm happy that I got Vori on there too, because we've been making music for a little while, so it was just one of those where we actually finally got to get something.
Does that get nerve-wracking, like towards like the rollout, like if you're waiting last minute for an artist, like are you nervous about Vori, or how is that?
No, working with Vori was easy. It was working with Vori is dope, you know. It was really easy. Everybody I worked with on the album was really easy to work with, so yeah, I didn't have to chase nobody down or nothing like that. Everybody was fairly easy to work with.
And you mentioned Drake earlier. I know he had his hands on the project. He executive produced, or what exactly did he do?
No, he was A-OK and everything that I had. I went to the Bahamas. I showed him the album that I initially had first, and he went through it. You know, listened to it. He okayed what he liked. I gave him what I liked, what I didn't like. We took it from there, and I just repolished it. And he already called it a classic.
Wow.
From like before I even added a lot of the new songs. So I just repolished it after he called it that, and here it is.
How do you feel about Drake calling it a classic? That's pretty special.
Yeah, you know, at that moment in my life, I was already so down on myself that when he said it, I was like, really? But looking back, we working more on it, I was like, oh yeah, no, this is definitely that. Because I mean, I listen to a lot of albums and I'm like, I don't know if I feel it as much as I feel mine right now.
But why question yourself on that?
Just a lot of soul searching that I've been having to do over the course of my life in the last few years, where I've never been a big person on self-love, trying to be, but I'm only getting to that point where I'm saying like, I would choose myself over a lot of things that I probably wouldn't have before, because I'm starting to really have that love for myself, right? Yeah. So in that point of my life, I didn't really have that. I was still like very in self-doubt. I mean, it's been so long since I dropped. I didn't know where the album, one thing after the other with the album, just kept getting pushed back. It just so many different reasons of why I can't drop it, and I was just kind of feeling defeated, right? So when he told me that, I was like, dang, are you sure? Like, are you really? Is the classic for real? Yeah. You know, but it was really just that confirmation. He just kept giving me confirmation, like, yeah, this is confirmation. This is, you are a guy. You're
him.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're right, Drake. I am him.
Nah, for real. And you know, a lot of my guys reinstilling that me too. Like me and my boy Banks, we talk for hours at night. Him, not even just hours. We're going through days, months. Him just trying to be like, yo, bro, you are him. You are that guy. Stop down yourself. You know. And I really had to just take myself away and go into my own head, go into my own world to just realize who I am.
Yeah.
Not what everybody else tells me, but who I feel like I am, you know?
I think it's so special having people on your team like, you know, Drake or even your manager, and how he was able to have that deep conversation with you. And I don't know what that looked like for you, but obviously it meant something special because you're here now, like celebrating this body of work. That's special to you. And I hope that you're celebrating these moments.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
What? I'm savoring these.
Good.
What? I'm not letting go.
I know we were talking about self-love. So what does that look like for you?
Just treating yourself better, wanting better for yourself. At least for me, like, you know, I don't allow certain things to affect me. I don't even let it I don't even want it to be in my energy field. You know, I don't want that. My energy is so sacred right now. Right, so if I let you come in and disrupt it, and you don't appreciate the energy that I'm giving, you just disrupting my energy. You got to go. Exactly, you have to. I don't even, and it doesn't. It's not something super personal. It's not that I have anything against you or I'm judging you or anything. You just don't understand what I have going on right now, and even though I see and you see it, you don't really get it. Right, so I can't let you get into my field. As you can tell, I'm very visual. I just can't let people get into it. It's just I used to do that all the time, and it just always broke me. Yeah, so it's just learning about. I feel like even what makes me mad, sad, happy, what makes me a better person, the little things I don't look at myself at every day and be like, oh yeah, like I'm messing up here. Like I have to get myself to asking those questions, and then you know, say, okay, well, yeah, I could actually fix up here, or I could fix up here, you know, little tweaks. And, you know, it's every day we got to work on these things.
It's not like an overnight
never
situation.
No, never.
Well, I mean, I'm excited for this project.
Thank you.
There's just the success of it and seeing you perform here in LA eventually.
Very soon.
But before we head out, I like to do this quick little question thing, so you got to answer the questions very fast, okay?
Oh, dang.
So real quick, it's gonna be 10 in a row.
Oh, snap. Playing a little game.
It's a little game. We like to have fun around here.
All right.
So the first question, if you could go back and give advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Stop tripping. Everything gonna be all right, man.
All right.
You're too much in your head. Yeah.
You were in your head a lot?
Always. Yeah, always in my head. Always worried about things. So, yeah, stop tripping. Everything's gonna be fine.
Okay. If you could play for any football team, which one would it be? What'd you say?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
What?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Why Steelers?
I'm a Steelers fan for life.
For life?
I know I'm in LA, but I'm a Steelers fan for life.
I'll let you get it past it then. Okay, whatever. All right, so are you a FaceTimer or a texter?
Depends on the situation.
With someone that you're interested in?
It still depends on the situation. I can love you, but you can't just be calling me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying like going crazy, but like, which one would you prefer?
I mean, I'd rather just. It really just depends.
In person.
Yes, exactly. I don't even want no. That's why I said it depends, because I'm busy all the time. So
I get it.
depends.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, Canadian food or American?
Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah, because y'all, we got the Jamaican food on lock, except for New York.
Yeah.
New York got it too. But
you know, I haven't had Canadian food like that, but you know, we're gonna have to try it one day.
You need to come to Toronto. Try it out. We got everything.
I will. You could cook that, whatever your flatbread.
But y'all soul food though, bussin'.
It's bussin'.
I can't lie. That's one thing we ain't got. The soul food. Yeah. That's what I love about America. But do you know how to make it? Some dishes. Most def. Yeah. I do a crazy sweet potato casserole. Yeah,
that's
for
different.
for Thanksgiving and Christmas, I make a crazy sweet potato casserole.
Okay.
Yeah, trust me. Yeah, I love it.
Y'all be on, yeah. I'm impressed.
Here and there,
All right, next question. Your dream collab.
Dream collab. Ooh. Peace up, A-Town Down.
Yes.
Ursa baby.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Perform at the Super Bowl or play in the Super Bowl?
Why you have to do me like that? Why'd you have to do me? I'll definitely perform though. Perform? Yeah. Definitely perform, especially for right now.
Okay, right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Favorite moment so far in your career?
Favorite moment so far in my career?
Yes.
Oh. I mean, does it have to be about my career?
In your career. It doesn't have
Most
to be about it.
definitely having my daughter.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 2 years old. She just turned 2. Yeah, it's the best. I can't wait to go home and see her. I miss her so much.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Well, how has that changed your music? Do you feel like it's changed at all because of the fact that you have a daughter?
Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
It just made me, I feel like, more confident in the music I want to make. It didn't really change the music I make. Yeah. It just made it better, I feel.
But how has having a daughter like made you more confident in that though?
Because I got to see what, for me at least for the first time in my life, what unconditional love looks like, just
Wow.
without any expectations.
Wow.
And that just fueled me to go harder.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Best advice that Drake has given you?
Be yourself.
Yeah.
I'll always say that one. That was the best one. Because it stuck with me for years. Just be yourself.
Even though it's so simple.
Exactly. That's what I tell people.
Yeah.
But it's actually like I've seen so many people who weren't themselves in this industry, here and gone.
Do you feel like there's, been a time where you weren't yourself and you had to get back to that?
Most definitely. I feel like I'm actually getting back to that right now. Okay. Like I'm really like the person before all this music stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay. Best advice that you've given to your fans or that you will give to your fan?
It's kind of hard because I'll be like Dr. Phil, like I just be throwing out advice. What you need.
Well, so right now, if they wanted advice, just
I told somebody the other day, just to not look at what everybody else is doing and focus on what you want to do, what's important to you. Because everybody's gonna try to look and tell you how you can run you and do you better, but are they even doing themselves better as much as they're trying to tell you to do better? So just focus on you, right? Because everybody can judge outside, but nobody usually judges themselves as much as they judge other people. So just focus on you.
That's a gem.
Come on.
All right. So 90s R&B or 2023 R&B?
I gotta go early 2000s.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I gotta go early 2000s. That's my favorite.
Why is that your favorite?
I feel like because I just naturally grew up in it. Like, that was the beautiful mesh when R&B and hip hop really were like, so it was beautiful. Like, it was just a different time for R&B, man. And hip hop too, but definitely for R&B.
What do you feel like R&B is missing today?
Definitely that as well. The crossover. Like, we don't have no more like R&B hooks.
Yeah.
But like just rappers on the verses as prominently, I feel like, as we should.
Yeah.
I feel like we're also missing a lot of there's too much of the same in R&B. I feel like everybody's on this alternative R&B wave, and like there's like every R&B artist that I try to listen to or find a new R&B artist, that's all they do.
The same thing.
It's all this alternative. I'm like, where's the other stuff?
Yeah.
We got to be a little different,
right?
Because the artists that are different, there's not a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they don't drop that much music a lot, so I'm trying to find them. Just like, this is all I got. I feel that's how my fans feel about me. It's just like there's no other Roy, so how am I gonna get more?
And what makes Roy Woods different from all the other artists?
Because Roy Woods is already a different artist than every other artist.
Talk to
him. I tap into every world, every flavor, every emotion. So I'm not giving you one feeling of R&B. I give you them all.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why the future is going to be very fun.
We love it here.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on everything, on the new album.
You. Thank you.
And I appreciate you. Is there anything in particular we didn't touch on that you wanted to?
Off the rip, I couldn't tell you. But
let's hope we covered it all.
So I'm happy. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. Great talk.
Yeah, congratulations on
everything.
Thank
you. Appreciate you. Already.